Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope that this Facebook Live will really find you well. So, good afternoon, everyone. I am Coach Marife Garfin from Life Coach Philippines, and I am a professional certified life and mental health coach. I'm also a master builder apprentice of Master Coach's Master Builder Apprenticeship Program, and we build a tribe as we help your unstoppable dream come true. So magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Kumusta po tayong lahat? Okay, so it is really a wonderful time this afternoon, and um, this coaching conversation, Overcoming, is for individuals, especially mothers who are facing challenges in life of all forms that is threatening their mental health, but are desiring to overcome and come out of the best version of themselves. Okay, and my mission is to help every mother of every family to take a stand in mental health for her and her children. Kaya inimbitahan ko po ngayon yung mga nanay. I am also a scholar to master coach a six-step to six-figure public speaking career. I am a nurse by background with 22 years of hospital experience, and I am a wife, a mother, and an entrepreneur. I am the owner of Health and Wellness Coaching Center here in Tacloban City, and this center aims to facilitate overcoming for um, challenges for individuals who are challenged in terms of their weight loss uh, or weight management. And I facilitate also clients who wants to gain clarity of the future and mental health. So yun po yung aking ginagawa. So magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat. And thank you for joining me live today. And please leave your digital footprints by letting us know where you're coming from today. Please do tag a friend. Tag a friend po tayo and circulate this video to help us reach more individuals who might be in need of what I'll be sharing this session. You may also give some shout outs to people you want to greet and reach out with some inspiring messages. So if you are watching this on a replay, please do comment hashtag replay. I am streaming via FB page of Life Coach Philippines and YouTube channel Coach AI Connect. So if you are new to our platform, please like, follow, and subscribe. So may I also greet my fellow life coaches of Life Coach Philippines. Hello, Coach Lynn, Coach Nilo, and Coach Candy. Thank you for joining me, Coach Maureen also. Hello, Master Coach Jasmine. Okay, so let us start with this very, as you can see in your slide now, I have there, overcoming tiredness at home. So, overcoming tiredness. Ilan na ba sa inyo yung you feel like you're just at home pero pagod na pagod kayo? So, I would like to call in all the moms. So, if you have friends, tag them, let them come in. You know, this is a very timely talk, a very timely sharing, especially for the mothers, especially mothers with young children. So, we're going to be talking about overcoming tiredness at home, super mom, and super tiredness. Kasi it's difficult, you know, when you become a super mom, when you're a super mom, definitely there's a super tiredness coming in. So let them hop in, tag them, and let them comment so that we can have a lively discussion. Okay? So before I start my sharing, if there's anything in the sharing that you can connect and you can relate with, it's something like it's an aha moment. You can simply get that phrase and then share it in your timeline. You just call it the pack my bag moment. Ito yung time na like when you're attending a seminar, merong sinabi yung speaker na talagang feeling mo that was it. Yun yung purpose ng bakit pumunta ka doon. So that's what we call the pack my bag moment. So you can share it in your timeline so that you can also bless other people. You mo also share this video also, no? So that for especially to share to other people, especially mothers. Okay, kasi yun po yung ating pag-uusapan ngayong hapon. Okay, so do the pack my bag moment and share it in your timeline. Okay, so first question that I want to ask each and every one of you. Okay, what picture do you have of tiredness? What picture do you have of tiredness? Hi, Joanna. Thank you for joining me. Ano nga ba yung hitsura ng pag naisip mo yung tiredness na word, na pag tiredness came into your mind, ano yung picture mo? So, how do you picture that? Okay. So, ano nga ba? So, you get it? Meron na kayong picture dyan sa mind nyo, no? What is tiredness? Okay. So, if you look at the slide, no? Ganyan ba ito? Ito ba yung mga picture ninyo? Are you familiar? Are you familiar with these pictures? Ito ba yung itsura yung pagod na pagod ka? Ayan. So, sabi ni Coach Kenditing, no energy. So talagang, it looks like in the slide, yung parang pagod na si ate, no? Si mami. Kasama, dala-dala niya yung clock. And then, of course, there's a student na yung backpack niya mabigat siguro. So, low bat na. Yes, Coach Joanna, parang low bat na. No? So that's the picture that would probably come into your mind. And if there's other things, you can just share it in the comment. No? At ito, ganito. Are you familiar with this one? Are you familiar? Especially for full-time mom. Yung nasa bahay, full-time na mga mommy. And you have toddlers, no? You have toddlers with you in the house. Okay? So ano kaya yung nagiging hitsura ni mommy at the end of the day? Now, this picture is not new to me, okay? This is not new to me. As I've said, I'm a mom of 3. And I can relate with this picture. Same probably with you mothers in your house, you're watching right now, you can relate with this picture. Why do I say I can relate with this? So this is a picture of me, okay? This is a picture of me when I was only, I think in my early 20s. I'm here in my early 20s. I got married when I was 19. I got married when I was 19. I had 2 kids and 2 boys. Ito pa, mga boys pa. Okay, so you can just, if you have children, if you have boys with you have kids, no, na mga lalaki, you would know the energy level of these kids, di ba? You will just see them, aakyat yan ng hagdanan, you will just see them, dancing in top of the table. There was one time, my second son, yung kanyang ulo got caught in the middle of the 2 frames of the crib. So talagang while you're doing your housework, you're gonna be looking at your kids, and at the end of the day, tiredness set in. So this is not new. Okay, so this is something that I can relate it. I can relate it with other moms. When my children were growing up, I was working as a nurse. I would take the night shift. Because I didn't have any helper. So when I go home, I don't. Unlike other nurses who can just sleep, I will not be able to sleep until I finish the household chores, until I bathe my children, until after lunchtime when they're ready to sleep, and that's the time that I will sleep. So it went on for 3 years, because at that time my husband was specializing in Manila. So kumuha siya ng specialty training so that he can become the doctor, the specialization to makuha niya yung kanyang specialization na gusto. So it is not a something that sabi nga, it is very dear to me when I say tiredness. So when I talk about tiredness at home, okay? So tiredness is defined as drained strength and energy, fatigue, often to the point of exhaustion. Yung pagod na talaga. Okay, so if you look at the picture, pagod na siguro si baby, humihikab na. Okay, so so when I talk about it's draining the strength and energy. Okay, so talagang it's being sucked out of you. Okay, so to the point of exhaustion. Okay, so there are scientific reasons moms are super tired. Okay, that you've never heard. I've got this, this is an article by Rachel Norman that I would want to share with you. Now, as I've said, I was a young mom when I got into motherhood, and when I read this, when I read this article, it was just like confirming everything that happened to me, and I had it in my mind that um, maybe I could have read this before, but we didn't have Google, we didn't have access to the internet at that time when the children were small. So noon kasi yung mga internet is just for, for people who were really working. But these are scientific reasons. So there's a science behind why the mothers are tired. Okay? And so the first one is hypervigilance. Hypervigilance. So it turned on the flight and fight mode. Ibig pong sabihin, naka-alert ka talaga. Like you are really on the lookout. Anong mangyayari sa bata? What's going to happen? Baka ito, That's why there is now a business on child-proofing your home. Diba? So before becoming, even giving birth to a mom, yung mga gilid ng mga tables, you have to put in something para kung sharp siya, it will not hurt the kids because of course when we talk about children, they will just explore and they don't have fear unlike adults, no? So they would just go about the house and anything could happen. They can break anything. And so ito yung mga bagay na kailangan talagang siguruhin ng nanay. And mother are hypervigilance. And when you talk about hypervigilance, your adrenaline level is mataas. Mataas yung adrenaline level mo because you're always on the lookout. Talagang para kang sundalo niyan that you're looking for the enemy. So nakaganon ka talaga, nakamasid. And anytime something happened, you just sprung. With full of energy and adrenaline, nag-adrenaline rush ka to answer whatever is going to happen. So hypervigilance. And when you talk about hypervigilance, ibig sabihin po, constant on alertness yung katawan. So the energy level is constantly high, the adrenaline level is constantly high, and that's why it is draining. Ikaw ba naman, yung makina, okay? If you're using of course, if you're constantly using your phone, you feel like umiinit siya, di ba? So that's why even the machine needs to rest. How much more for the mom? Okay, how much more para sa nanay, yung katawan niya. So kailangan time to time, merong relaxation mode. Hindi yung palaging hypervigilance ka na ang taas ng energy level mo, definitely, it will be detrimental to you pag ganun kataas palagi yung adrenaline mo at saka yung energy level. Okay? So, hypervigilance is one of the cause. Next is less time for self. Okay? Hi, Coach Shan. Less time for self. Okay, bakit napapagod din si nanay? Kasi less time for self. So, we know, we experience now that we have to, like, around the clock, we know that we need to do certain tasks for our children. And so, oftentimes than not, we think more of our children than what yung atin is yung extra time na lang, if mayroon kang extra time. So, this task of motherhood is a joy. It is a joy. But this is not, even if it's a joy, there entailed to it sacrifice. So, may sacrifice din. And when na-stretch na po yung time ninyo na you're always thinking of other people. Of course, I'm not saying, naku naman, anak niya naman yun, hindi yun other people. No. What I'm trying to say is, other people is apart from you because you have also your need and you have the need of your children to fill in. Okay? So, pag puro na lang po the need of your children or of the family member, this task on your body will accumulate. So, the effect will accumulate to the point that your needs will come up front, tapos it will come out, okay, it will come out in a different translation. Kasi pag hindi po ninyo tinutukan yung katawan ninyo or what your needs are, it will come up in the subconscious and oftentimes that not, you are not conscious about it pero lalabas na lang siya because it is a need that na kailangan i-met mo. Pero hindi mo ginagawa because you're putting your time to your children. I'm not saying you take off and not mind your children, but what I'm trying to say is there should be time for you to be able to take care of yourself because you are the caregiver. Okay? Pag hindi mo, if you don't take care of yourself, you conk out just like a machine, then definitely the way you're taking care of your kids will also be affected. The third reason why moms are super tired is multitasking. Can you still remember, no? Can you still remember you're boiling, if you haven't breastfed, no? You're boiling the feeding bottles. At the same time, you're looking at your kid and at the same time, you're cooking. Okay? And then suddenly the phone will ring. So it's your husband, you need to answer the phone. So you're doing all things at the same time. spread out yung katawan mo at a high level yung energy, and so it takes a toll on the body. It takes a toll on the body. Your adrenaline is again pushed to the limit, okay? And then yung brain mo is working simultaneously to answer everything, to help you out in all the tasks that you're needing. And pag ganyan po yung nangyari, mabilis po ang work ng katawan. The nutrition consumption of the body is fast, the metabolism is fast, and you, because you're not able to take care of yourself, hindi ka man lang makakain, hindi ka makainom ng tubig, definitely it will take a toll on your body and you will feel really very, very tired. Okay? So those are the scientific reasons why mom are super tired, okay, by Rachel Norman. Okay? Now, being a mother, okay, according to an article, being a mother requires focus, concentration, and a heightened sense of awareness. Heightened sense of awareness. Yung bang nagluluto ka, tapos all of a sudden, the house is quiet. The house is quiet and you kind of nag-signal yung alert mode ng super mom dyan. Meron kang radar dyan, something is wrong. Why is it quiet? Then when you look, when you check, no? Your walls have been covered with paint. Your walls have been covered with crayons. And it's quiet. Okay? And then, minsan, no? There was a time I was really sleeping and I feel like my hand was light. Sabi ko, bakit kaya light? Yung pala, the baby was already on the floor, but he was not touching the floor kasi we had a mosquito net. So doon siya sa gilid ng mosquito net, nakaduyan siya doon. But imagine that. So there would always be like a radar, something that will tell you that there is something because of that heightened sense of awareness. And that heightened sense of awareness is actually in every mom. Binigay po yan sa atin. If you're single, you may not be very familiar with it. Pag nanay ka talaga, lumalabas yan. So that's God's gift to us mothers na meron tayo niyan because we are immediately alerted to whatever things. But when it is constantly in an alert mode, mapapagod po talaga tayo. But that's the reality. Being a mother requires focus, concentration, and a heightened sense of awareness. Okay? So, tingnan nyo si mami. Humihingi na ng tulog. Okay? So, what are the mommy burnout symptoms? Ano yung symptoms na parang burnout na si mami? Okay? One is feeling drained and emotionally empty. Okay? Pagod ka na. So, this is not because you hate your children. It's not. It is the response of the body when you're tired, when your body is constantly at work. So, even if you're working in the office, no, at each day, ganun ka, pasok, uwi ng bahay, pasok, uwi ng bahay, you would experience this. Okay? Okay, sabi dito ni Joanna, relate ako coach dyan. Sa baby na nahulog na pala tapos di mo alam dahil tulog ka. Yes, especially when you're super tired. When you're a mom and you don't want you want to make sure that your baby will sleep well because you want to sleep well, nilalagay nga natin dito, di ba, on top of our chest. Magandang tulog nila, but minsan because you're so tired and you're so sleepy, hindi mo naramdaman, nag-slide off na pala si baby. Okay? So, mommy burnout symptoms, feeling drained and emotionally empty. So, ito yung time, kahit hindi ka nga mommy, when you're doing the routine, every now and then, yun na lang routine, work, bahay, yun na lang ginagawa mo, you will actually feeling drained and emotionally empty. Talagang mararamdaman mo ito. Okay? Hi, Coach Tin. Mararamdaman mo yung feeling drained and emotional. So, it's a sign that you're having burnout, mommy burnout. Second is emotionally distancing yourself from the children. Emotionally distancing yourself from your children. Okay? So, as I've said, this is not because you intend to distance yourself from your kids, but there's something in you. Okay? There's something in you na parang gusto mong lumayo. It is the reaction of your body because your body is signaling you na mag-recharge ka muna. Okay? This is when you're super drained, this can happen. Okay? Third is losing control. Eto na. Losing control either verbally or physically with your children. Pagod ka na, nagluluto ka, and then pagtingin mo doon sa sala mo, kinalat lahat ng toys. Okay? And then all of a sudden, one child was spanking the other child, nag-iyakan na ngayon, sumbungan na ngayon, and then you're beating the time because your husband's coming home and you need to fix dinner. Okay? So lahat na dyan and you're super tired and this go on every day, every day, every day. Because tutok na tutok ka, especially when children are still small. They're toddlers, no? So there will be time that you will really lose control kasi pagod na. So either verbally or physically with your children. Minsan talaga napapalo mo na. Mapapalo mo na sa, or minsan talagang sisigaw ka na. Okay? Sisigaw ka na. And this is something that we need to really look into. Next is a sense of guilt, shame, and loneliness related to exhaustion. Pagod ka, wala kang makausap, you're there with your kids, you need someone to really talk to, no? But ito yung time na you feel like you don't want to go out because you feel like, iiwan ko yung mga anak ko, I don't want na iiwan sila, nobody's going to take care of them. I cannot just tell people to look, paano kung hindi sila ilagaan ng mabuti? Di ba? You feel guilty in leaving them. Habilin mo muna sa mami mo. So you feel guilty, you have that. And you feel ashamed kasi as a mom, you feel like, no, I need to be in control. And of course, because pagod ka and you're feeling all this guilt and shame, of course, loneliness comes in. So, wala ka kasing makausap and you don't want to tell other people na pagod ka because there's the guilt, there's the shame. So definitely it will take a toll on your body. And this is very real. Exhaustion is very real. Talagang pagod po yung katawan. This is not just made by the mind, pati kasama po talaga yung katawan. Next is the fear of being judged. The fear of being judged. We're always on the lookout. Ano ba yung dapat arrange yung everything in the house, dapat hindi bakalat yung anak mo, dapat maayos. Yeah. And we don't want to express ourselves because we don't want, ano ba namang nanay to, nanay ka kasi maarte ka, ganyan. I remember hearing a mom commenting because the mom saw in Facebook a mother who says, I'm getting a me time. Sabi daw ng mom, I'm getting a me time. So pumunta si mommy sa salon. Went to the salon, got nails painted and the hair done. And this mom that was watching that post in Facebook commented and said, nanay ka kasi, dapat hindi ka nagaganyan. Sabi ng nanay na yun, no? So, we have to understand that there is always judgment, but it should not overrule us. There will always be judgment. We can't control other people. But the fear of judgment should not overtake us. Okay, should not overtake us so that we will be able to get out of the burnout. The sixth is thoughts of harming each other. This is the worst. This is the worst of the exhaustion. No? When you're thinking already of harming each other, naiinis ka na at gusto mo talagang sakalin na. O gusto mong paluin and all those physical harming. So ito na po siya talaga yung this is already needing intervention when you're already having these thoughts. That means you're really, really sagad na ka na, pagod na ka na. Okay? So this is the symptoms for mommy burnout. Anyone who can relate with this, no? So, but this is very true and this is something that most of us mothers wouldn't want to express. Hindi natin gustong sabihin because we believe as moms, dapat kaya natin. Right? Can you connect with me? Can you relate with me? So, what are the habits we need to take to avoid mommy burnout? Ano ba yung kailangan nating mga gagawin sa sarili natin so that we will avoid? We will avoid going into the worst, no, of shouting, of verbally abusing our kids, or physically abusing them, and thinking harm on them, no? So, what are the habits that we need to put in place? Number one is acknowledge that to be a mom today is hard. We need to acknowledge that. We need to really embrace that na mahirap naman talagang maging nanay. It's not easy because you have your personal needs and if you have 2 to 3 children, karga mo dun yung personal needs nila because they're children and of course you have to take care of your husband as well. So we have to acknowledge that it's not an easy, it's not a walk in the park. To be a mom is not a walk in the park because you need to look into the different needs of your children. Okay na lang sana kung general ang needs, but they're not. Diba? Depends on the age. Okay. Depends sa capability ng anak mo. And then the mom's there to fill them in. Okay? Nandun tayo para pumunok nun, to help them out. Okay? So acknowledge. Importante yung ma-acknowledge mo because if you're not acknowledging that motherhood is hard, then you will not ask for help at mahirapan ka. The brain will say, okay ka pa. And you will not be able to ask for help. And then the worst may come that you'll go really totally into exhaustion. Next is, make sleep a priority. Sabihin mo, coach, hindi na nga ako makatulog. Bakit gagaw? Uh, how can I make it a priority? Okay, how can I make it a priority? There may be some times when you need to be able to fix your schedule that somebody needs to watch, okay? To watch your kid while you take a power nap. I do remember when my kids were small, I don't know how many of you moms can relate with me. When my kids were small, the only thing, when they're 0 to 12 months old, okay, the only thing that I asked was me to be able to sleep straight na tulog po talaga. Because once you start, when you give birth and you start taking care of your child, baby pa siya and is able to take care of how much more pag toddler, tumatakbo-takbo na, no? Mahirap pong matulog na ng straight because anything can happen, di ba? So, you have to make sleep a priority. So, anytime na pwede kang matulog, there's an opportunity for you to sleep, then you sleep so that your body can recharge. As I've said, these habits will help you avoid the mommy burnout. Okay? Next is limit social media use. Limit social media use. According to Sahar Estefani, he's a PhD, he's a licensed clinical psychologist in Washington, D.C., in Maryland. He said that social media, okay, sabihin nyo, naku coach, social media na nga lang yung diversion ko. Here's the thing. Social media limits, when you limit yourself in social media, okay, it can improve your anxiety level. Ibig sabihin po, may ease out ka doon and will increase your daily mindfulness. Daily mindfulness. So talagang you will ease out from being burned out because you are on track of things. Kasi usually you become so tired when you're already cramming, when you're already in a panic mode. Okay? So limit the social media use. Probably you can schedule a certain time when somebody's watching the children, how many minutes will you be in social media. Okay? So ito, limit social media. Next is eat well. Eat well. So, our body, as I said, is in a constant movement. Okay? Grabe yung mga ginagawa ng mga super moms. So, we're doing a lot of things, multitasking, hindi may iwasan, especially if you don't have a helper. So, you're going to bath the child, you're going to fix the house, you're going to cook, you're going to do grocery, and all those things. No? So, the best that you can give yourself is eat well. Eat healthy food so that you can be nourished and your body will receive the needed nutrition para talagang optimum yung kanyang level of work ng katawan mo. Okay? And then of course, call your friends. Kahit naman lang tawag. If you can't get out, so call a friend. Call some friends. Call whatever it is that you want to talk about for a few minutes. It's a big break. It's providing a break for you in the regular routine that you have with your kids. So it will give you a bit of a breathing. Parang binibigyan ka ng pahinga, ng paghinga dyan when you do something out of the routine. Okay? Call your friends. Just say hi. Just a short hi. Kumustahan. Not really babad sa phone. Okay? But just call them to just have a break. Okay? Then, of course, say no. Learn to say no. In the study conducted by Harris Paul, they found out that two-thirds of women wish they can say no. Okay? Two-thirds of women wish they can say no. So, talagang pag mommy, and of course, women generally, no, we like to accommodate things. We like to accommodate people. We like to help them out. But when you have small children, you must be able to choose the priority that you need to answer to, the mga call, mga pagtulong, or anything that will take out, no, instead na matutulog ka because you were requested on something, hindi mo nagawa. So those are the things that you need to really consider when you are. Yeah, sleep is life, Joanna. Totoo. So you need to really be able to say really no. It's not because you're a bad person. It is simply because you're putting yourself in the center of, being able to move and to function well because you have children to take care of. Okay? Number 7 is ask for help. ask for help. So, kung hindi na talaga kaya, okay, why sacrifice your mental health uh, for pride na ayaw mong humingi ng tulong? Okay? So, when my husband and I were talking about having a helper or not, uh, there are periods in our family life no nawala talaga kami like if it's summer, if it's summertime or December, yung mga panahon na yun that I can be home, wala kaming helper because we train our kids to really like learn how to cook, wash dishes, and take care of the rooms. But on a regular like on day work na yung mga weekdays na no na we need work, we are working, we really have to ask for help. We need either my mom to come in, a cousin to come in, or we look for a full-time helper talaga to help us out. Because what is sacrifice is actually your mental health. Bakit? Kasi you're grappling with a lot of things and then definitely you come to an exhaustion and what suffer is your relationship. So, yeah, nakatipid ka ng wala kang helper. Okay? Especially I'm talking about when your children are small, no? Nandyan yung, when your children are small. Nakatipid ka, yes. Pero grabe naman yung pagod mo, yung inis mo, to the point na hindi ka na makasmile, hindi na ka makapaglaro sa mga anak mo. So, a little of those compromises na, okay, magbabayad na lang ako para lang I can attend well and play with my kids. So, that's one thing that one mother needs to consider. Of course, when your children are already big, it's a different story. Pero pag maliliit pa po yung mga anak mo, try to think about it, no? Which is much more important. A few pesos that you're going to give out, no? For a help or your pride. Sabihin na natin to ask help from a friend or a cousin no, to look after your children while you take a nap. Will it be much more valuable losing your pride than having a wonderful relationship with your kids? Kasi hindi ka nagmura at hindi ka pagod at hindi mo sila uh, kinurot sa singit dahil pagod na pagod ka. Because every mom is not, it's not inherent for us to hurt our kids. But when you are really, really super tired, you can turn from a super mom to a super monster. Okay? And Kayla would always say this, you're mean. You're becoming mean mom. So it's one thing that we need to really think of. Ask for help. It's very important. Next is connect with nature. So eto naman, if this is time wherein you just have to get out of the house and take a deep breath. Maybe a walk or a run would do good. And when you're really resting, even like you've run or just walk along the park or even in the boulevard, no? Pag naglakad ka, your body is actually rebooting, nare-recharge siya, and you go home much more energized to really give your love to your kids. So this is not a fixed number for the habit. There can still be anything that you can add that will be very personal with you na pwede mo siyang i-add dito. This is not, as I've said, a box no na ito lang. There are things that a lot of you can do which is applicable to you. Okay? So, that's to avoid mommy burnout, no? So, if you look into the eight, no, yung mga eight na items to avoid is, it's basically telling you that there it is a no to isolation. Never isolate yourself when you are in exhaustion. Never isolate yourself when you are tired. And what you hear are your thoughts only. Because of course, a tired body will definitely come from a tired mind. So when your mind is tired, it can do a lot of things. It can say a lot of things to you that you might regret. So do not isolate yourself. That's why sinabi natin, connect with a friend, call a friend, ask for help. Okay? So yun, express yourself. Okay? So yun yung mga kailangan gawin. But never when you're tired, you say, ayoko na, pagod na ako. I don't want to talk to anyone. So there are people are like that. They don't want to talk to anyone when they're tired, when exhausted. But for mothers, no, taking care of our kids, it's a no to isolation. We are built actually to really we're social beings. So we are built to receive. Okay, this is one thing. We are built to receive help as we are built to give help. Okay, so it's a no to isolation. Okay, it's not a shame to ask for help. Okay, it's not a shame to ask for help because Sabi ko nga, built tayo to ask for help and to give help. Okay? Because that's how God created us, to connect with one another. So no to isolation. When you're very tired, it's a no to isolation. So here is one quote that I read. No, a little communication goes a long way. A little communication goes a long way. If you're busy, say it. If you're upset, express it. If you're running late, let people know. If you do not want to do something, be straightforward. If you're unsure, ask. It's so simple but so important. So these are just simple things that everyone can do. Pag pagod ka, call a friend. Alam mo friend, pagod ako ngayon. And if your husband says, "Can we do this?" No, I can't do it right now. Can you just wait on? Okay? So these are the things that we need. Every mom should be able to express para maiwasan natin, matulungan tayo if we're facing the mommy burnout. So that we will not go into what? Into the monster that we don't want to become. We're designed to become mothers, no? Mothers with a big heart for our children. But exhaustion, tiredness, and inability to communicate will bring us to that mode talaga of becoming a different person. Okay? So it's a no-no. So communicate, just speak out, express yourself, let people know. Okay? Be straightforward. Ask for help. So it's very important. So in World Health Organization, no, they published a study conducted by Meredith, partnered with Harris Paul. No, 63 of women, according to this study, 63% of women felt they have worked the entire day after handling all of their family's needs in the morning. So for mothers who are working, no, yung mga nagtatrabaho, mga nanay, no, uh, when you go to the office, when you wake up in the morning, you have everything done. Diba? Everything ginagawa mo muna, you make sure, well, that's a mom. We make sure that everything is in place. Yung pagkain ni Bunso, yung pagkain ng asawa mo, it's ready there. Nakapamalengke ka na, may instruction ka pa doon sa refrigerator. You only take the snack at this time. You do this. This is your water bottle. This is your, lahat ginagawa natin. So when we arrive at the office, parang nagtrabaho na po tayo ng isang araw. It's the entire day. Drain your energy level is drained. So when you go to your work now, especially for those na mga nagtatrabaho natin, it's like paupo ka lang, pagdating mo pa lang, like you're catching up with your breath. Like you're catching up with your breath. Yun talaga. So that's it, because that's mom. And sabi nga natin kanina, motherhood is not easy. It's not easy. But it has its joy that any woman will really, hindi mo pwede siyang maipagpalit. Okay? So, that's the study. And that's very, very true right now, no? So, whenever you feel like you're really tired, no, you have to remember that everything is a mindset. When you talk about tired is a mindset. I get tired from just thinking of everything I have to do. Minsan tayo mga nanay kasi, I don't know if you've experienced, Joanna, I don't know if you've experienced it. Like when my kids were small and I didn't have any house help, sa gabi pa lang, iniisip ko na yung gagawin ko. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, ito. Dapat ito. Tapos bago ako matulog, inaayos ko na lahat. Everything must be in place. Para paggising ko, yung na lang naka 1, 2, 3 sa akin yung gagawin ko. At wala nang mga, how do you call it? Wala nang mga surprises. So when my kids were small, I said, I don't like surprises. Because surprises will entail work. Surprises will entail work. Okay, so I don't want to go into that. So, but we have to understand that oftentimes that not, because we are hyper vigilant. Sabi ko kanina, hyper vigilant tayo, no. We're always on the lookout. Ano dapat naka-press lahat to. Because we're into that because we want to take care actually of ourselves. That's what we're thinking. We want to take care of ourselves. Ayaw natin magpanic, kaya inaayos natin. But we have to remember, no, oftentimes that not, may iniisip natin, napapagod na tayo sa kaiisip. Diba? Advanced tayo mag-isip. Minsan, na-over, na siya, Joanna, no? Sometimes it becomes super high, Coach Lords. Minsan, sa pag-iisip mo, minsan may mga senaryo ka na. Pag itong nangyari, ito yung action, yung plan A, B, C. Mga ganun yung mga nanay. That's why we're super moms, because we can think ahead, no? We can anticipate. But we have to remember to have a full grasp of the reality, know that there will always be surprises. And that makes what that gives a bit of excitement, no? But of course, when you're there, you feel like, no, no, ayoko ng mga surprises. Well, I did that before. But this is one thing, no? Then let us, we're so busy, wag na tayo, wag na natin i, i-overemphasize sa brain natin. Because oftentimes than not, sa pag-iisip pa lang, napagod na tayo. So, pagod na nga tayo sa bahay, nag-isip pa tayo ng marami, mas more tayo mapapagod. So, hold yourself when you're advancing, when your brain is advancing, okay, advancing na siya, hold yourself together. Bukas pa yon, and then bukas pa, matutulog muna ako kasi bukas you'll have a new idea. I've tried that. I've tried that, no? Na when you're agitated, tapos gusto mong sagot ngayon, tapos walang dumadating, no? Itulog mo, i-rest mo, i-breathe out mo, and sooner or later, dadating din yung sagot na yan. Dadating din yung idea niya. So, hindi mo kaya na i-press yung brain mo kasi mas more mapapagod ka. Okay, sabi nga ni Coach TJ, I remember in his unhooked talk, no, that the brain needs also to breathe. So, pag sobra sa pag-iisip, mas napapagod ka. Okay? So, yun. And then, we have to remember, no, we have to remember that when you're a mom, you must be able to anchor yourself into really something bigger than you. Because we like to control things. We like, sabi nga natin, we don't want surprises. We want to anticipate things. But sabi nga, the only constant is change. And you cannot change other people. What you can change is you only. So we need to be able to anchor ourselves in the giver really of strength and hope. So ito, sa Isaiah 40:31, it says, but those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. Ito lang talaga makapagbigay sa atin ng, when you're super tired, Lord, I'm really super tired. Can you just allow me can you just give me a break? Can you send help? Okay, so I always say this, Lord, sana merong dumating yung nanay ko para makatulog naman ako. So, but those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and grow and not weary. They will walk and not faint. So, ito talaga kailangan tayo anchored into something bigger than ourselves. Okay, something bigger than ourselves, and that is only God. God can, and every mom who says a whisper of prayer. So, for every children who are listening right now, the most sincere prayer comes from a mom, because the mom will always pray for her children more than she will pray for herself. Okay? So never remember, anchor always. Make sure that you have the personal relationship with Jesus Christ. Make sure that you have that personal relationship para may takbuhan ka. May takbuhan ka, may hingahan ka. Okay? And then you can uh, express to Him, because He will always grant. When you pray for something, especially when you're a mom and you're praying for your kids to become a better mom for your kids, because you are co-partner with God in raising children, He will listen to you and He will grant that prayer to you. Okay? So the only way is for you to run to the Lord, so because He's the one who will supply you with your strength. So this is a beautiful thing that I've read. No, twinik ko siya. But this is something beautiful that I want to share with you. I've read it. I've read this, and as I've said, na-tweak ko siya. Okay? So this is from a mom. At the end, when I lie in my deathbed, I will no longer remember the sleepless night, the grueling diaper change, or the messy feeding time and homework fights. I shall remember the memories of when my child slept in my arms and laughed at the delightful surprises I gave her, and the pride I had in my heart to see her grow beautifully as her own person, in spite of my thought of mistakes. Yes, I say with a smile in my heart, thank you, Lord. I did something good. Nayak na ako. Ah, the last, the last, the last paragraph is my heart's thoughts. And when you are having your children, or when your children are small, it's kind of like it is kind of like the work is endless. You're in a constant battle with your energy, with your strength. Okay, and there are many times when you feel like you're not making anything good at all. You feel like pagod ka na and mayroon ka pa bang ibibigay. But mom, hey mom, remember, remember this one. All your love and all your heart will be imprinted in your children, and that will never be forgotten. And in our continuous attempt to become better moms with our children, all this will bear, these seeds will bear the fruit of seeing your child becoming the person God wants him to be. Okay? So, after all sa mga pagod, no, pag nasa deathbed na tayo, ang remember natin is the pride that we have in our heart, that we did good. We did good when we see our kids doing the things that they love. So that's so pretty. That's a beautiful thought, no, for each and every one. And so, as I've said, it's a journey for every mother, and it's like when you're there, you need really, as I said, sabi ko nga kanina, call a friend, talk to someone, no to isolation. And for every mom right now who is on this phase, no, of hurdling all this difficulty, exhaustion, tiredness, for all of you moms who are there, no, we I would like to invite you to um, my nth attempt in motherhood. This is a coaching community. This is a support community for every mother. The desire of the club is to empower every mother to take a stand in mental health for her and her children. You have to remember that in everything that we do, our mental health must be taken care of, because everything that will come out from us, all these things is coming from our brain. It's coming from our mental health. So how 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 good the foundation is, how strong the foundation is, it will translate out in the way we talk, in the way we deal, and in the way we take care of our children. And so, because this is it's a process, really, it's a tedious process now, we need each other as mothers to really hold hands together so that we can learn together and be empowered to really become the mother we deserve to become the mother God calls us to be. Motherhood is a calling. It's not an easy task. Okay, it's not an easy task, but it can be done. It can be done. We just simply have to journey together and hold one another's hand. Okay, so before I close now, let me invite you. Um, as I end this conversation, let me invite you to be part of what we are doing in our organization of professional certified life coaches. Do join us for another coaching conversation later with Coach Maureen for coaching for single living at 4 p.m. And the topic this afternoon is living single life to the full. So excited na ba yung mga singles, no? Living life to the full. Living single life to the full. So I would like also to invite you to Master Coach is co-actively co-create uh, coaching certification, a coach certification program. This is a comprehensive approach to learning and mastering life coaching as an active process of creating a new path to achieving results in life so that success is inevitable in every coaching relationship. It includes 21-day web learning, 3-day live coaching bootcamp, and 3-day live business bootcamp with senior coaching team. Okay, the program package also comes with many bonuses. This is a 21-day learning journey with daily lessons, which are very, very exciting. I love the lessons, kahit medyo nahuhuli-huli, but I really like the lessons. And the 3-day live coaching bootcamp with senior coaches also is such wonderful, no? And so connect with Coach Rizal if you're interested to get certified as a professional life coach through 0917-586-1661 to discover the opportunities waiting for you in this profession. Tonight also, we would like to invite you at 7 p.m. Master Coach A is holding a private session on growth coaching model via Zoom. I am inviting you to join her to learn how you can expand the original growth coaching models and create your own branded framework. So brand mo, yung lalabas nito, no? That can help your client experience greater result in life through the platform of life coaching. This session is for individuals who are ready to make reasonable monetary investment to upscale the quality of coaching services. The training is open to everyone who desire to turn an everyday same talk to a coaching conversation. So if you're a mom, you want to try this out, no? Even if you're not a coach, you can hop in kasi nga mga gamit natin on a day-to-day conversation yung ating matutunan dito. There are still a few available inventory of the Grow Coaching card. So this is the physical card. You see that in the screen, no? Uh, it's ready and it is set. It is a ready coaching card set for tonight's participant. So connect now with Coach Rizel through 0917-586-1661 to register and claim your free gifts and other bonuses. Once again, this is Coach Marife Garfin from Life Coach Philippines for Coaching Think Talk. Coaches like us think and talk like this. This is us from the Philippines. Love, bomb, boom. Thank you, everyone. God bless. Thank you for joining me.